If you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you don't know where to go, how about, do you know where to retire to? I'm going to tell you next. The top 10 reasons to retire in Texas. Okay. So number 10, cultural and entertainment options. So what is great for retirees are there are a lot of museums, live music, and cultural festivals in the DFW area. Fort Worth specifically has the stockyards and a thriving art district. Dallas has the Bush Library and the Perot Museum, lots of interesting things there. Denton and Frisco have other cultural areas. Like Denton is very much called Little Austin. So there are lots of music opportunities, lots of opportunities to see music. There are many restaurants and venues where you go see different kinds of entertainment. The North Texas State Fair is also in Denton. Then you have the Fort Worth Stock Show in Fort Worth, which is like February timeframe. And then, so that's a really great thing going on in Texas, but also Austin has equally great music and vibrant food scene there. So then number 9, there are affordable retirement communities. So a retirement community is considered that selection of homes for the 55 plus community where they have amenities like pools, golf, and social events. So I did a video previously about a few areas in Denton County where there's some 55 and over communities. Robeson Ranch in Denton County is just like an oasis. It's kind of amazing. Still growing, lots of growth going on, still lots of homes. That golf course there is just looks amazing. Other places where we see that great areas and affordable retirement are Georgetown and McKinney. I'll tell you, Sun City is down in Georgetown. That's more expensive area than like DFW or even McKinney, which is in that northeast area of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex where they have affordable housing and modern amenities. And I'm going to go to a whole different section for retirement communities here. So within those retirement communities here in the area, so specifically in DFW, I wanted to tell you about also the top 10 retirement communities in DFW, and actually bonus, you're going to get 12. So there is Del Webb at Union Park. This is located in Little Elm. Little is between Denton and Frisco, and it is just north of Lake Louisville. That community, that Del Webb community at Union Park, it's a gated community. It has resort style activities, clubhouses, pools, pickleball courts. I totally forgot about that. The over 55 communities has a vibrant pickleball courts. And in Texas and Dallas-Fort Worth specifically, we are seeing so many pickleball courts popping up and indoor activities for pickleball and that kind of thing. You do see some of the country clubs doing it, but you see a lot of standalone businesses as having pickleball activities now too. Like I said, Del Webb at Union Park is close to Lake Louisville. And then other outdoor activities, since you are so close to the lake, you could rent a boat, you could do jet skiing if you like that kind of thing. And so there are a lot of great things to do there. Then number 11 was in McKinney. That's Trinity Falls Active Adult Community. And McKinney, again, is northeast of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just up 75 and 121 where those hit. Part of the Trinity Falls Master Plan community there in McKinney is exclusive 55 plus amenities, including clubhouse and outdoor pool, And then there's lots of scenic walking trails and green spaces there. Then moving on to 10 is Ladera in Rockwall. So Rockwall is southeast of Dallas. So if you're going down the loop, you would go out 30 outside, just going outside of Dallas, the city, by Lake Ray Hubbard. So that is a big lake as well by Rockwall. But what you find there are low maintenance homes, resort style amenities, community garden, walking trails, pool, that kind of thing. And it is located by Lake Ray Hubbard with lots of outdoor activities. One thing that's really interesting about Rockwall, I mean, it is one of the cities in the DFW Metroplex, and they have just done a recent expansion over Lake Ray Hubbard. So there's a lot more ability for the traffic to get through onto I-30 to get through that area. So we're seeing a lot of improvement in that. So I think you'll even find more people moving to Rockwall. And then just beyond Rockwall is Royce City. And we're seeing a lot of growth there. And because we are just moving outside of our cities, because we go to Dallas and Fort Worth, but you don't usually go to just Dallas or Fort Worth. You're going to the cities within or outside of that Dallas-Fort Worth area, right? So that's where these cities are, and that's Ladera and Rockwall for that over 55 community. And then there is Isabella Village at Savannah. So that's in Aubrey, which is just north of Frisco. It's kind of northwest, if you will. And Aubrey is up on the 380 corridor and just going away from Denton towards Frisco. So sort of between the two off of 380, you'll find Isabella Village at Savannah. And what they have is there is another community there called Savannah. And so it's an addition to that Savannah community is Isabella Village at Savannah, which is kind of a specific dedicated 55 and over community with amenities such as fitness center, pools, planned activities, that kind of thing. And there is a small town feel there in that area and easy access to DFW. It's still the Dallas-Fort Worth area. One thing is it's not that far from the Dallas North Tollway. That will come out there and meet, and then you just go a little bit west and you're going to get to 35E, and you could even go into Denton and get to 35W to go to Fort Worth. So it's very easily accessible to lots of different areas. And that area right there, it is growing. So 380 is going under some expansions. So make sure you investigate that and make sure you're prepared for that when you do move out there. There's a lot of road expansion going on out there. There's in the Denton County area, phenomenal growth has happened along that 380 corridor. So that's Crossroads, Aubrey, Prosper, Frisco, a lot of growth there. So make sure you investigate that area before you decide to go move there, so you know kind of what that looks like. And then number 8 is Elements Viridian. That's in Arlington. So Arlington, again, if I did my little map, my hand map, so you make a triangle. The top is Denton. Each side is Dallas or Fort Worth, where your hands are. And then where your thumbs are, that's where Arlington is. And that's how you can kind of know if you're kind of looking at the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Think about that triangle, put Denton at the top, Argyle's where your thumbs meet, and the Fort Worth and Dallas are in each side of that. And the Viridian, Elements at Viridian, is located within that master plan Viridian community. They've got clubhouse, pool, private lakefront park for 55 plus residents, and is close to cultural and regional and recreational options in Arlington. Arlington is home of the Dallas Cowboys and the Texas Rangers. So those are just off of Collins there. And they are really almost like side by side, this Cowboy Stadium and the Texas Ranger Stadium. I know it says Dallas Cowboys. It is part of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but the Dallas Cowboys Stadium is in Arlington, Texas, as well as that Texas Ranger Stadium is there too. Another thing that you find if you are a 55 and over and you want to take your grandkids somewhere fun, Six Flags is also in Arlington. Then we'll go to number 7, which is Watermere at South Lake. South Lake is an extremely nice, high-dollar community. It is north and west of DFW Airport, and it's just off of 114 going towards South Lake. Then it would be Westlake, then Trophy Club. Then you would get out to areas like Keller and Watauga, that kind of thing. And so South Lake is a really great location, easy access to things. HEB would just be down south of that city. And so there are just some fantastic restaurants and things. Is upscale luxury living for active adults at that Watermere, and on-site dining, fitness center, wellness programs. They have the villas and condos that are available, and they do have concierge services as well. Number 6 is in Mansfield. So Mansfield is just down west there of the DFW Metroplex, and this is called South Village. They have a gated boutique 55 and over community with walking paths, pickleball courts, and a private clubhouse. They're conveniently located near parks and local shopping. Mansfield is a nice town. It is just really quaint, and you feel like you're in the country, and it feels like it's away from the big city, even though technically it is in the DFW Metroplex, but it is southwest of everything. And there are lots of cool things to do in Mansfield, and you will check that out when you come here. Then another 55 and over community up in McKinney is the Retreat at Craig Ranch. That's in McKinney. That has that boutique style community, access to Craig Ranch amenities. So it's, just like the Retreat is just a separate little space with Craig's Ranch. So, but a dedicated space. And then they have fitness classes, resort style pool, social clubs, and then there's lots of proximity to shopping, dining, and really good healthcare in the DFW area. Number 4, Ladera at Tavallo Park. That is in Fort Worth. This is 20 and kind of on the west side of Fort Worth-ish, Hewlett Mall kind of area, sort of. And that is maintenance-free homes. So they probably have an HOA, and then they do all of these 55 and over will have an HOA, homeowners association. They will collect dues. And a lot of times they do like mow that front yard, trim the bushes, take care of the outside of the house. But you will have to look at each specific HOA community to see what that includes. There's walking trails, pickleball, and a community center at that Tavallo Park. And it's smaller and intimate, more like a community there. And I'll tell you, between Fort Worth and Dallas and those areas, it is a different feel between Fort Worth and Dallas. Fort Worth, I grew up in Fort Worth, so I think maybe I can say this. Maybe I can't. Anyway, Fort Worth is like old money, just not as hurried a pace, where Dallas is more new money, if you will. It's not really new money. Money's money, right? So it's more new money and a much faster pace in Dallas, though. And then number 3 is Heritage Ranch. Again, just up 75 south of McKinney, though. And they have championship golf course there, restaurants, clubhouse, fitness center, indoor and outdoor pools, and social clubs. close to McKinney's historical district though. So Allen and McKinney are pretty close together there. And then number 3 is Frisco Lakes by Del Webb. So Del Webb has a lot of over 55 communities, like we just heard about them being in Georgetown and Little Elm, and now we're hearing that number 2 community in Frisco. It's located on Lake Louisville, and they have a golf course, they have a fitness center, swimming pools, a bocce ball court, and then they are close to shopping, healthcare, and all that kind of thing. Frisco is very north of Dallas, but there's the tollway, there is the George Bush Freeway, so there's lots of big highways and access to a lot of things there. And then kind of the number 1 community, I already mentioned it earlier, I didn't realize they were number 1, but is Robeson Ranch, which is in Denton. I've done a video on this community. It is a beautiful community. Golf courses, fitness center, indoor-outdoor pools. They've got the pickleball courts. They've got creative art studios. They've got walking trails, social clubs, lots of clubs. I mean, and at these 55 and over communities, there's lots of golf carts. So they have that gated resort style living and just a very vibrant community atmosphere. What you will also see there is still new home construction going on, and they are expanding and still building in that Robeson Ranch area. And any of these communities I can help you with, and I can share those with you. So let me know your questions about those 55 and over communities. Okay, so next, we're going to go back to our main list, but it's friendly communities. Texas is known for its welcoming and diverse population, and it just fosters a sense of belonging. When you come here, people will talk to you. They'll be your friend. They'll talk to you at the store. You might see them, wherever, and people want to talk to you. And so that is something we do see in Texas, and maybe it's a Southern thing, but people are very friendly. People will smile. It's always nice to smile when you see someone. It might make somebody stay, right? Other great communities in Texas are Georgetown. They have that Sun City Retirement Club there, community, that 55 and over community, and then New Braunfels. So New Braunfels is south of Austin, and they have a German-based heritage there in New Braunfels, and there's a lot of natural waters, spring waters there. So New Braunfels has a really small town feel and a lot of German heritage. So, and just all of these areas are really welcoming and make you feel a sense of belonging. Then number 7 is some retirees may wish to work part-time, and thriving economy offers opportunity. So we see a great economy and vibrant communities with job options in Denton and Frisco. So that's where we had the Del Webb in Frisco. We have the Robeson Ranch in Denton, that kind of thing. Austin has more of a tech community and creative industries. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, I can help you with a referral to an agent in Austin. But my team and I work in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Then on number 6 for our top things to do, outdoor activities and natural beauty. Texas offers an abundance of hiking, fishing, golf opportunities. This is a giant state. There are all kinds of things to do in Texas. We have Dallas-Fort Worth, Austin, we have Houston, we have San Antonio. Then we even have the Panhandle area, Amarillo. There's Paladuro Canyon State Park in Amarillo, Horseshoe Bay in the Hill Country, or Marble Falls. And outdoor activities, that's just south of Austin, but also the closest thing to wine country we have in Texas is probably Hill Country. So check that out. Okay, so number 5 on reasons to retire to Texas is you can have a proximity very close proximity to friends and family and those attractions that are in those cities. So you could host family visits at attractions like theme parks, beaches, cultural hubs. Texas is on the Gulf of Mexico. So down in Galveston, there's beaches in proximity to Houston. So Galveston is just like 45 minutes south of Houston. And then there's also San Antonio, which has the Alamo and the Riverwalk. So that is something to go see. You gotta see the Alamo. When you see it in person for the first time, I bet it looks a little different than you thought it would. Number 4, for top reasons to retire in Texas and move to Texas for your retirement is Texas has world-class healthcare facilities. We've got numerous VA hospitals. They have Texas Medical Center. There are, in the Houston area, there's Sugar Land or the Woodlands for proximity to top medical facilities. In Dallas, Fort Worth, and then we have, which has good healthcare areas, but Baylor Scott and White has a great healthcare system here in the DFW area. So that's something great to know about and check out. Number 3, mild climate. So it is typically mild winters and sunnier weather in Texas throughout the year. So typically in Texas, you don't see harsh winters. And certainly the further south you went in Texas, you would not see as harsh of winters. It does get warm in the summer, I'm not gonna lie, but it is warmer in Texas in the winter months than it is a lot of other states. So it does make it a good reason to check that out. You have South Texas, which is McAllen for a year-round warmth. And then in the hill country, you have Fredericksburg or Kerrville for like moderate temperatures and scenic views. Number 2 for Texas, and why you want to retire here, is there is a lower cost of living in Texas compared to other states, particularly when it comes to housing. So if you were to compare, say, I was just talking to one of my clients last night. Their daughter is buying a house in Oregon, and it is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot house, and it's $500,000 or $600,000. In Texas, you get a lot more. So a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house would not cost that much in Texas. That would be more like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house on an acre of land. That's what I recently sold here in Ponder, which is just north of Denton. But now if you're retiring, you might not want to have an acre of land, but just know that just for comparison, there's really find in Texas on the houses. Also, San Antonio has affordability with cultural richness, and Waco is a smaller city, and they have affordable housing and historical charm. That's the home of Baylor University, Chip and Joanna Gaines, so you can go see that. Then down in number 1 for a reason to come and retire in Texas is Texas does not have personal income tax, including Social Security and retirement income, allowing retirees to stretch their budgets further. What we do have in Texas is property tax on our houses, but there is no income tax, so you don't have to worry about that. Best areas in Texas are considered to be the Austin suburbs of Pflugerville or Cedar Park, and then another area, best area in the state of Texas is Denton County. I've told you a lot about Denton County. I'm in that area. I'm in the DFW area. Flower Mound and Corinth that is just north of Dallas, kind of between, it's closer to Denton in that diamond, in that triangle. So that's more where Flower Mound and Corinth are. Flower Mound is just 15 minutes north maybe of Dallas Fort Worth Airport, Corinth is just a little further than that, but those are considered affordable areas near, very close in the DFW Metroplex, just north of Dallas, the airport. So there you go. That is our top 10 reasons to retire in Texas. If I can help you in any way, show you these areas, let you know what it's all about, I'd love to help you. My team is here for you, and we can answer any questions for you. Please like and subscribe to our channel below.